Welcome to our channel. Before we recite the message, let's first pray to Saint Anthony. O holy Saint Anthony, the gentlest and kindest of saints, your burning love of God, your exalted virtue, and your great charity towards your fellow creatures, made you worthy, when on earth, to possess miraculous powers, such as were given to no other saint. Miracle waited on your word, and that word you were ever ready to speak at the request of those in trouble. The anxious prayer of bitter trial was never addressed to you in vain. To the sick you gave back health, you restored what was lost, the sorrow-stricken were the objects of your tender compassion, even the dead you raised to life when the wounded heart cried out to you from the depths of its bitter anguish. When on earth nothing was impossible with you, except not to have compassion on those in distress and sorrow. Encouraged by this thought, and convinced of the efficacy of your holy intercession, we kneel before your holy image, and full of confidence, we implore you to obtain for us the answer to this our prayer may require a miracle. Even so, are you not the saint of miracles, who, when on earth, had but to speak the mightiest wonders were wrought? O gentle and loving Saint Anthony, you whose heart was ever full of human sympathy, whispers our prayer into the ears of the infant Jesus, who loved to linger in your arms. One word from you and our prayer will be granted. Oh, speak but that word and the gratitude of our heart will ever be yours. Amen. Now, here's the message from Saint Anthony of Padua on July 9, 2004. My dear friends in the world, all is well in heaven, where you will eventually dwell. All is tranquil and graces flow freely from one soul to another, after originating in the Godhead. Truly, we are at peace. With this said, we are also alert because we are, like you, awaiting the sweeping changes that will alter the way of life in your world. We are glad for you, dear souls, because the world you have experienced is so unhappy. You do not even realize how difficult it is for you because you cannot compare it to our heavenly vision. Some older people will remember perhaps that your world was not always filled with such darkness and confusion, but for this current generation there is a void in knowledge of goodness. Many youth in the world now have never experienced goodness and peace because there are no people following Christ near them. Can you imagine how this makes us feel? If there were not changes coming, we would feel helpless. But changes are coming, so we feel invigorated and optimistic. We are all committed to working alongside you to bring about changes on the ground, as it were, by which I mean in souls. You may feel you have no control because you did not choose this time, and neither will you choose to participate in the events that will usher in the new time. This is true, but I ask you to view it from my perspective. I am one who loved Jesus dearly and served him as best 16 I could. When I look at the opportunities you have for service to the kingdom, I am truly jealous in the nicest way. If you are a great artist and you are viewing the work of another great artist, you may say, I would do that another way. Your vision would be different. At the same time, you would admire and respect the work done by your colleague. That is how it is for us. We look with the greatest of respect and admiration at the way you are all dealing with these times. We are always ready with advice or encouragement. Do you understand? We are like soldiers who have faced the very same enemies and enemy strategies. When you get stuck, you must ask us for help, understanding that we view from above, as it were, so can see more clearly what is up ahead of you. In this way we can help you to divert from possible dangers and traps. I am Anthony. I love you dearly and consider you my closest friends. I want only to help you, and I continue to thank Jesus for allowing me to communicate with all of you on earth. I am your friend. Talk to me. Allow me to help you. There are many of us, and if you have friends in heaven, you may ask them for help now, because they have been given enhanced intercessory powers during this time. We are all going to work together to see you through this transition, and the earth will be remarkably beautiful afterwards. All that need concern you is service on each day. Everything else will be cared for by heaven. Never become discouraged, because truly there is no need to be. Thank you for watching. Please return for more videos like this.